Alright guys, well if you watched my video a couple days ago, you will know that I took the tire chains off of this 395 tractor because I was kind of over winter and figured we were done. Well, since I made that video quite a few days ago, I'm not going to bother opening the door today just because there's a lot of snow blowing around here, but I measured, what did I measure? Earlier I measured 7 inches, and then now it's been snowing pretty much since then. It's close to 10 inches in some places. So that's what we got. And I'm not even going to bother plowing snow. I'm not even going to worry about it till maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the 40s all week, so we're just going to be back to mud. So 10 inches of snow in the 40s. It'll take a little while, but I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, these doors are pretty neat. These little hatches here, I think there's 4 of them over the span of 90 feet, I think this part is. When they had the cows in here, you could really get some air flowing in this building, and this way's east that it's facing. The trouble is they don't stay open. I have to get some baler twine or something. The wind blows them shut here in the shop. If I need more ventilation, if I'm painting something, I can open them. The other thing is these light panels here make it real nice in here and make it bright. If these weren't in here with not having any electric, it would be pretty dark. I mean, you can see the amount of light just from these light panels here over the span of 90 feet that this front section is. I really like these things. If I ever build another pole barn, I'm not sure how I'd like to use them, but if I'm going to be insulating a pole barn in the future, making a shop, probably the shop won't have these panels in. But if I ever have like an open shed like this, makes it a great, makes it nice. I mean, there's light in here. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother plowing this. I'm just going to let it go till tomorrow. It's not, the ground isn't frozen underneath, so all you're going to be doing is making ruts and just making more of a mess. So just let it go. Like I say, winter is working on me here, but it is quiet though. It's real quiet out. And the buds on the trees are blooming, and now they're covered in snow. So, hey, it's Pennsylvania. It's March. This is kind of typical weather for us. There are some Marches that we have that it's 90, or not 90, but you're in the high 70s in early March, and it's just how it is. It all depends on what kind of a spring you're going to have. So, I was talking to a couple people on here, the long-term forecast for Pennsylvania. It's into April until we hit, it's the end of April till we start getting any days in the high 60s. So it's going to be a cold spring, and then we'll just have to take it the way it is. So no plowing videos, maybe later, I don't know. But I think now I'm going to start working on this fuel system here for the 560, this fuel canister that was broken. I do have the other part. I have some adapters, so I want to get it cleaned up because I want to repaint everything here. So I'll get into that maybe a little bit in this video. All right, so today I'm just preparing this other fuel canister for the 560. I just want to transfer some of the fittings from the old canister to the new canister because the the salvage company doesn't include the fittings like the bleeder here, the drain in the bottom, the inlet or the outlet. So I'm just transferring everything over. I'm taking my time to clean up all the parts real nice because we want to paint this before we put it on the tractor. I'll get everything assembled, tape off the ends, and get a nice coat of International Red, some primer first, then some IH Red. And I want to make sure that this bracket here that holds the canister to the tractor, I want to make sure it's very clean and a nice smooth surface because there's decals that go on here. Any place you're putting on decals, you don't want to have any pits or any type of rust or anything. You want to sand it so it's nice and smooth so your decal will stick. One thing with the decals, some of them, yes, with the humidity and over time, your decals will work themselves loose. It all depends on the surface preparation and the condition of the metal before you put them on. But I have had decals already that will still work themselves loose. You get yourself a little tiny bottle of that super glue and just put a dab behind it, and it should hold it. One trick that I was told by a painter that does some of this kind of stuff, and I kind of scratch my head, but he says he swears by it. He likes to, when the paint's kind of tacky, and I can't see doing it this way, but when it's like just that it's just about dry, he'll go and put the decals on, because the paint, as it dries, it'll dry on the decal, and he claims it makes a... I can't see that. I can kind of see that if the paint's not cured and you put a sticker on it, you can peel the whole thing off. But I guess it depends on the decal, the adhesive on the decal, the condition of the metal, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to paint this, wait till it dries, and then put on the decals. So it's like I say, with the snow today, it's a very calm, quiet day. I mean, it is that quiet. If I stop talking and just be quiet for a minute here, I can almost hear my own heart beating. It's that peaceful here in the country. I don't hear any traffic. It's nice. So it's a good day for this little putsy work and surface prep, getting ready for paint here. So I'm going to continue transferring these pieces from one to the other. All right, so we're still getting parts transferred over here. I just want to take the time here to show kind of the care that went into preparing this part for sale. A lot of tractor salvage yards, they'll pull parts for you, and a lot of times you'll get them, they'll still have oil on them, they'll still have the bolts half stuck in. There are some tractor parts salvage companies that will just pull the parts off, throw them on the shelf, and sell them. Some guys might clean them. Now this canister was used. This came from, I believe it was Martin's Tractor Parts in Newville, Pennsylvania. This is the only thing I've ever dealt with them before as far as getting used parts. And I didn't even deal with them directly. I went through one of my dealers, and they found it at Martin's for me. Basically, they played middleman, got the canister for me, and I just got the canister. So when they took this off of whatever tractor it came off of, this could have came off of anything with a 282, they took the time to sandblast this. And they did a pretty darn good job, and I thought maybe there'd be some sand residue in or something, but I mean, they took the time to really clean this part and prepare this part for sale. So real happy with the quality of the part. You guys will note that I told you it was the wrong part, because this should have been a female instead of a male thread on the bottom. But I have made adapters to make it work. It's no big deal. I'm going to put an adapter on, and I'm going to try to make it not look like an ugly adapter, but you can't see this anyway. This is on your engine like that, and the frame rail is there, and it's pitched back that far that you can't see it anyway. So no matter what the adapter is, all it has to do is let fuel flow through it. So I think we're going to keep it, and we're going to make it work. It's not worth paying the shipping for returning it. And I've had this thing sitting here now for 8-9 months already, so there's no point in going back and trying to exchange it. It's the same thing other than that, so it's not a big deal. We're not going to complain or anything. You can see the old one there. So yeah, we're going to keep cleaning this thing up, and it's not until you take something apart that you see where you didn't get where you didn't paint. So we're going to try to paint all the areas that I missed while it's off. So I'm going to keep changing this stuff over and keep getting this project finished. All right, so this is a fuel filter that I know is right for this tractor. It's a Fleetguard FF134. There's 2 of these on your tractor if you go to replace them. And basically they're just going to sit in this canister. You'll set it in. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. Basically, you'll set it in like that, and there is a rubber gasket in your lid here. I'll have to clean that up. That is a new one. It just got a little bit dirty. You'll put that in your lid, and then this flange here will sit in the top of your filter like so, and then you tighten it down. Don't go too crazy tightening it down, because that's how I broke this one. And I explained in my video why it broke. These fuel filters were absolutely terrible. There was so much dirt and sludge and water. They were the worst fuel filters I've ever changed. And from that water sitting here in the base where this bottom piece is, it didn't take much to break this. Didn't take much at all. It was just that corroded. So tighten it down, but don't go too crazy. All right, guys, and just one minor note here. I like to embed this in the middle of my videos. Like I say, I didn't know Steiner had a YouTube channel, and they watched my video on this 560 fiasco I had with this filter kit. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just trying to use my YouTube channel or exploit anybody, or even to get stuff for myself. That's not what I'm here to do. So I'll just put this update in the middle of my video here, and hopefully, got a splinter in there. Hopefully, just to give you guys an update. So I am going to send this filter kit back to Steiner. I have to go on their website. I see they have a order form that you can print off to return it. Like I say, I did try. They did send me another filter, and you guys remember it was in my tractor parts issues video. They sent the second filter was wrong also. If you want to see what happened there, tractor parts issues was the video. So just kind of looking around for a box to ship this back in. Like I say, I know the filter that it's going to take now. The issue I have is the 282 diesel is a pretty big engine, and basically the filter that's going to be filtering that 6-cylinder engine is going to be this small. And it's not a very big filter. This is like the length and filtering capacity of like an automotive filter, and it's just not going to be enough for a fairly mid-sized diesel engine. So your old style canister, you're going to have more filtering capacity with that paper cartridge in there. I would have liked to use this filter that they sent. This Baldwin B167 here, because it is probably a little bit bigger than the paper cartridge, but you guys know from my video it didn't fit. So this kit was $99. I tried to make it work. The other thing that I don't like about this kit, and one thing it could be improved on, is, remember I said about this adapter here, and when you thread that adapter in, it could unthread itself and go down into the engine if it wanted to. I did have some ideas in that video. I think it was the Farmall 560 filter spin-on kit or something like that. I don't need to rehash it all in this video, but long story short, it was $100 basically to do what's already on the tractor. It's just it's an older style. It's not... After 2 attempts with these filters, I think I'm going to save the $99 and send it back. It's a good idea. I know a lot of guys have them, a lot of guys buy them, but with this issue with this adapter and the filters being wrong, still not having the right one, and then having a filter that's pretty small, it's pretty short for that engine, we're going to stay original. So it's a nice try. Like I said, I can be the guinea pig for you guys. I'm going to box this up and see if I can't get this sent out back to Steiner. So we'll put $99 back into our pocket, and probably won't have to find too much places where it needs to go. So all right, I'll keep you posted.